Hello everyone, Emperor Nero here with another video, and today we'll be discussing how Tinder robs you of your money, and it's a big waste of time if you are the average or slightly above average guy. You will barely get any matches by installing it, and those matches will probably be fake profiles of men pretending to be women. By the end of it, you will get your self-esteem completely crushed and you will start questioning yourself and your life, and we don't want that to happen now, don't we? Even before I started my channel, I was aware of the importance of physical attractiveness when it comes to success in online dating. This is why I always made sure my look maxing game was on point, and I worked my angles well, taking pictures with a DSLR camera not to distort my facial features. And I had my fair share of successes in online dating when I used to take it seriously. So I understand very well that it's a game ruled by how good you look and your life looks in the pictures, even if those pictures don't really represent what you look like in real life. So in today's video, I'm gonna be breaking down two things: how the Tinder algorithm works and how paying for Tinder Plus won't help you, and some Tinder data that shows what dating is like for the average man. And if you want to get your face rated by me with personalized look maxing advice, link will be down in the description. Without further ado, let's get this video started. Most people who don't really know how Tinder algorithm works, they just think it randomly displays profiles that are close to you in terms of location and preference settings that you chose, age and distance. But let me tell you, nothing about the Tinder algorithm is random. I would like to introduce you to the desirability score. A few years ago, Tinder made the mistake of showing a journalist for Fast Company which was actually under the algorithm's hood. And it wasn't pretty. As that journalist details, the Tinder algorithm allocates every user a personalized desirability score to represent how much of a catch any particular person is. Users are then sorted into tiers based on their desirability score. And that was in essence the algorithm. You get presented with people approximately your level of attractiveness when you swipe. How does Tinder work out how desirable you are? Using a so-called ELO system inspired by how chess players are ranked. It's pretty simple. If people swipe right on you, your desirability score goes up, and it goes down if people instead give your profile a pass. If someone with a high score swipes right on you, that increases your score more than someone with a low desirability. This goes to show you that all this bullcrap that you hear on YouTube about writing a fun bio and uploading warm pictures where you smile and stuff means absolutely nothing. This came from the CEO of Tinder himself, to debunk all those blue-pilled belief and put them to the ground once and for all. Add to this the racial preference that I talked about in depth in my video Does Ethnicity Matter When It Comes to Dating? You can check it out after this video if you want. There is a racial bias against people of color when it comes to dating. Black women, Indian and Asian men get hit the hardest. This is of course nothing new. People are just not aware that it exists, or they just turn a blind eye on it and they preach us about how wrong it is. Now some people will come to me and say, but Nero, although I am average, I can just pay for Tinder Plus and this will increase my chances and visibility, landing me more matches. And the answer to that will be a big no. Because Tinder Plus still works within the confines of the algorithm. If you have unlimited right swipes, then you will be sitting there swiping right endlessly and getting your profile swiped left, in return decreasing your desirability in the eyes of the algorithm, hurting your score even more. This will result in a snowball effect of failure. If you are average, then Tinder is scamming you of your money. If you feel generous, just give that money to me instead. However, if you are highly attractive and you bought Tinder Plus or wherever, this will result in you getting more matches and success. You are swiping right a lot of people, and a lot of people are also swiping you right, making the algorithm push your profile out even more. So yeah, don't go handing your money to Tinder if you don't already perform well in the free version. This is all the proof you need to know that your bio barely holds any importance. Now let's move on to the next part of the video. So there's this dude named the worst online dater. He went experimenting on Tinder, and well, the results are interesting. He made a fake profile of an attractive guy, 26 years old. All of his preferences were set to their highest maximum value, age 18 to 55 and distance up to 100 miles. He swiped right on every girl Tinder recommended, and he kept track of the results. The following is what he learned. The attractive guy did amazingly well. He was liked back by 22.6% of all the females he liked. He also did well across all age groups. The average female recommended to the attractive guy on Tinder was 23.7 years old, with a standard deviation of 2.9 years. And the average female that liked him was 24.5 years old with standard deviation of 2.9. We can conclude that the attractive guy universally appealed to the female user base. He also created an unattractive guy profile. He is 34 years old, a little chubby, but not hideous by any means. He is what you call the average guy. He did much worse on Tinder. He was only matched with 0.5% of all the females he liked. Additionally, the female that liked him were much older than the average Tinder female. The average age of his recommendation was 23.9 years old with a standard deviation of 3.9 years. The average age of his matches was 28.9 years old, with a standard deviation of 5.5 years. We can conclude that unattractive guy universally didn't appeal to the Tinder female user base, especially to women under the age of 29. He decided to make an attractive 34-year-old guy and unattractive guy 26-year-old to see how much of a detriment being older than the average Tinder females really was on match percentage. What he learned was actually pretty fascinating. Unattractive 26-year-old guy didn't fare any better than unattractive 34-year-old guy. He only matched with 0.4% of his likes. With so few likes, this is probably a statistically insignificant change from unattractive 34-year-old guy. His average match age was lower than unattractive 34-year-old guy. He hypothesized that attractive 34-year-old guy would have a lower match percentage than attractive 26-year-old guy, since the average age of the female Tinder users was around 24 years old. He was in disbelief when his match percentage was actually 42%. The average age of attractive 34-year-old guy's recommendation was 30.8 years old, with a standard deviation of 4.8 years. The average age of his matches was 32.8 years old with a standard deviation of 4.7 years. To explain this surprise, you have to know that Tinder puts people that have matched you ahead of other people in your recommendation queue. Women over 30 were filtering out younger males on Tinder, so they were more likely to find and match with attractive 34-year-old guy. These matches got put to the top of his queue. So being an attractive older guy helps you with older women, but does it hurt you with younger women as well? To find out, he set attractive 34-year-old guy to only search for women under 27 years old. The answer is a resounding no. Attractive 34-year-old guy matched with 18.9% of the women under 27 years old he swiped right on. This is only slightly less than attractive 26-year-old guy. The average age of these women was 23.7. And the average age of his matches was 24.3. Attractive 34-year-old guy didn't pay much if any penalties for being 10 years older than average female on Tinder. Apparently for males, attractive is attractive at any age. He learned that Tinder can actually work, but pretty much only if you are an attractive guy. Your age doesn't matter as much as your level of hotness. And he also provided us with a table containing all the data he gathered. So you can go ahead and pause the video to look at it if you wish. And before I close off this video, there's another statistic that will show you why women install Tinder. And the biggest reason for that is confidence boost and validation. Yep, when women feel insecure, they hop on Tinder to get validated by a bunch of simps. Then when that ego is loaded and boosted, she moves Tinder again. So yeah, keep that in mind. In conclusion, if you want to go on Tinder as the average dude, then don't have high expectations, because they will get crushed. And don't pay Tinder any money for any services they might provide. But if you are an attractive guy, then go for it, install it, have your fun. And you can pay for the premium version. I believe that will benefit you greatly. That's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and like usual, catch you guys in the next one.